Welcome back to our Excel course in Lessons 8. In these lessons, we are going to dive deep into formatting cells, rows, and columns in Excel. Why does formatting matter? Well, imagine receiving a report where everything looks plain, crowded, and hard to read. So now compare that with sheets where important settings are bold, number are aligned, and also the neatly, and data is highlighted with colors. So formatting is what makes your data not only presentable but also easier to understand and analyze. Okay, by the end of this lesson, you will be confident in adjusting the look and feel of your Excel sheets. We'll cover cells formatting, row and column adjustment, alignments, and numbers formats, border settings, and conditional formatting, and more. And of course, we'll practice with real examples along the way. Okay, so let's start with opening up the uh, of the Excel, and here we are in the Excel. So now let's start with the blank workbook. Okay, and let's start with the basics of formatting cells. So, and first one is the font adjustment. So like here, select a cells of or a group of cells. Like if I gonna, let's little bit make it the biggest over here, and now select over here, and on the home tab you'll see options like for font and also font and styles and size, bold, italics, and also the underline, and also you'll find the color. So imagine you have titles in cell 1. Let's say if I do have like the monthly and sales report. Okay, and let's say we have the sales report over here, and that's it. Now we need to do highlight that sales and increase font size to like 16. Here is now the 11. Let's click on the 16, and that's it. Now let's make it as the bold, like by clicking over the bold, or here symbolized with the B, or click on the Ctrl plus B. Okay, and now change the color to the, let's make it and make it the dark blue, and or if I'm gonna go with, like we have the dark blue colors in there, and already the heading stand out. Okay, so and that's it. Next, let's apply background color. So click on the like the paint buckets icons, like highlight the row 1, like where you keep the column headers. Like if I gonna select until the D over here, and now give it a light gray feel. So if I gonna go to, and let's say, or we can go with the, like let's go with something like that, that's one, and that's it over here. And this visually appears or separates your headers from the data. Okay, so like here, this is the monthly sales report, and this is the heading. Or if I gonna select the, or not the this one, so let's or center and merge it, and this is the, there's one, and that's it. It comes with like over here. And if I gonna now go to, let's say the month, something like the this one, or over here, and the next one is the sales. Okay, so like this one, and now, or if I gonna click on the sales 2, let's say the sales 2, and let's say let's write here the sales 3, and if I gonna say, so this is the sales 1. Okay, so now let's highlight all of them and let's make it like the 12, and let's make it the bold, and let's change here the different colors. So let's say we can, or we can go with the, or like let's say with the black colors, and that's it. And let's select all of them and let's change here the headers with the another colors. So let's say we can give here something as like, let's go ahead and let's make it with the that's color. Okay, so and that's it. And the next one is like here, this visually separates your headers from the data below. And next one is the borders. So use the border tools to outline, like our here the outlines cells. You can choose bottoms, or like your bottoms borders, top borders, or left borders, or also the right borders, so whatever, or you can use the all borders. Okay, so for example, highlight your data tables from, let's say, the A to D10s, like that, that's one, and apply like something like the all borders. Okay, so and instantly your tables looks structured like a report. Okay, so and that's it. And so there's the tips: don't overdo colors and border, so keep your formatting clean, professionals. Okay, so now let's move into the aligning data. So formatting is not only about colors and fonts. Aligns plays a big role too. Okay, so like the first one is the horizontal alignment. You can align like text or left, or also the left or right or center, or also the, like you will find the align right in over. So numbers are usually right aligned by default, while text is is aligned in the left. Okay, so like here imaging, we are using the monthly sales report, and like here in the columns, or align your column headers like that. Or if I gonna go to the another one, or let's say you are making a budget, so like let's say we have the categories with, or let's go with the category like the this one, and let's say we can make it the amount. And if I gonna go to the amount, and let's say this is the notes, and also, and that's it. So now we can make it the center alignment. Okay, and so looks the uniforms over here. Okay, and also for the, or before that, so let's make it the notes. And for here you can name here the difference one, like the category. You can use something like, let's say the, like we can just say the marketing, like that, that's one. And let's say the amount, and this is in the, like you will find the left align. And if I gonna say the, let's say the $1,000, so here it comes with the right alignment. Okay, so and that's it. Or here with the text, it will comes with the left alignment. And verticals alignments, like if rows are taller, and you can align text at the top, or also the middle, or bottoms, also the, or bottom of the cells. And the text orientations, you can rotate text diagonals or verticals. So like here, or in a table, if I gonna show you, like this is the, or like if I do have like the this one, or we have the months across the columns. So let's say the January, and let's go with and say this is the Feb or February, let's go with. And if I gonna now let's make it autofill, and that's it with over here. And now you can rotate the months names vertically to save the space. Okay, so and you can do it, or like here you can go with the difference of this one, like you can wrap it like how do you want to use it from here, or let's text out. And now when I go it, and it comes like this way, or and that's it with the or text orientations. Okay, and the next one is the wrap text. So when a cell has long text, instead of it spelling into the next cells, click on the wrap text. Okay, so like here if I gonna go to, and if I type here something like that, this one, or let's go to and use the wrap text. So here it comes like this way. Okay, so and that's it. Now it comes with the wrap text over here, or let's say, or let's undo it from here, and let's auto fits for now. And if I gonna now let's go with something like that, this one, and we want to use, so let's use the wrap text. So it comes with like this way, or like in cells, or we can say here something as like in cells or J3, let's say the total or sales for the first, and let's go to the first quarter and of 2025. Okay, and we want to apply the wrap text, and also like here, and Excel will adjust the text into multiple line inside the same cells. Okay, so and that's it. So like over here, and before that, so let's use this in the tops or top aligned in there. Okay, so always use wrap text for clean reports where descriptions are like the lengthy. Now let's move into the adjusting row and columns. Like now let's learn how to resize and adjust rows and columns. So the first one is the changing column width. Okay, so like here we have this one, and hover over your cursors between two columns, like header if I gonna go to, or like the a and B, then drag the adjust like this way, and you can adjust it like over here, or like if I gonna use the F and between F and G, so it comes like this way. Okay, so if you're or like here, if your or text like total sales for the first quarter of 2025 doesn't fit, just widen the columns like the that's one. So and now that it fits in there. Okay, so or if I gonna click over, and that's it. So and over here, and the another one is the auto fit. So like here, and you can use or double click on the boundary between the two clips like over here, and also Excel will automatically resize it to fit the longest entry. Okay, so like here if I gonna click over, it comes like this way, or if I gonna just double click over here, and that's it. So now if I gonna use the whole data or the months, so now let's use the auto fits, and now it's fitted automatically. And changing the row heights, similarly the hover over or hover between rows numbers and drags. So like here if I gonna do for like this one, and that's it with like the or changing row height. And the another one is hiding and unhiding row and columns. So right click on the rows or columns headers and select the height. And like for example, you may want to hide a notes columns like where or when presenting just a number. So later right click again and choose or the height for now, or we want to unhide like that. There's one, and let's say right click and select the unhide, and that sits with the hiding and unhiding rows and columns. And similarly we can do for the columns, like if I want to just show subs or only the or like or skip this month, right click and use the hide is hided, like January, February and September's and until the December's. Or if I want to unhide the row, just I can select between these rows, right click and use the unhide. Okay, now inserts and delete rows and columns. So right click on the columns, and so or columns letter or like that this one, and now or then select the inserts or delete. Okay, so for example, if you forget to include like the or travel expenses in your budget or like over here, so what can you do? Or like if you do have the another one, like if you or uses or you can want to use something or insert into the there, so right click over here or right click and use the insert. So and that's it, we have insert the another or columns in there. And same way we can do for the or the row, so we can do so. And for here for the row, same way we can do, like if I want to add the another rows over here, just right clicking and use the inserts. Okay, and now the similarly we can delete like the row or columns, so simply select the row and right click and delete the row. And like if I want to delete the columns, just right click over the columns and then just delete it. So and that's it with the deleting or inserting the row and columns. Okay, so and now data is often numericals, so formatting numbers correctly is crucial. And general versus the specifics number formats by default, like or Excel use like generals, but you can format or as like the number or currency or, or accounting or short date and long date, times, percentage, fractions, scientifics, text and also the more. Okay, and like here the currency, like select your cells and like figure out and click the or you can click on the like the currency symbols. So for example, like the thousands, this is now the general, by clicking over the currency, so it comes with the thousands dollar. Okay, and the another thing is the percentage. Okay, or before that you can increase the or decrease also the decimals. So like if I don't want to or the decimals, just I can decrease over here, or to add it like the decimals. So like here we have the 2 decimals with this amount. Okay, now let's move into the percentage. So like here if I gonna do have like the this is the thousands, and we want to make it the percentage, like select the cells with or before that. So if I gonna do have like the 0.25s over here, and that's it, we have this one, and we can make it with the percentage. So if I gonna go to let's go with the this percentage, so now it comes with the 25%. Okay, and the another thing is date and time formats. So let's say if I gonna do have like the date, and let's say the date and time formats, and let's say if I do have something like the 19, or let's say the 2000s or like 25th, like this way, and then format it display as like we can use the 19 August or 2025, or we can use this one like Tuesday, August and 19 or something, or 25th. So for that, right click or go to the date and use the more number format, and here you can use something. So how do you want to use, like we can go with like the 19 August over here, or like the this one, and that's it, we have the difference format. Or let's go to again and write the more number format, and now let's choose it with the day or the times and also like the day. So let's go with, and now you have the day and also the or months and also their years. Okay, and customs format, you can design your own. So or or you might want phone numbers to display, like if I gonna say with something like the 123, and let's say or 456, and use like the 7890, and that's it over here. And also with customs formatting you can do this. Okay, or sometimes you might want to use, or like you can go with the more that formats, and you can use the customs and there. So this is our the simple examples in there. Okay, or if I gonna go or do have something, like let's go with, and this is comes with this one. Okay, and the next thing is sure conditionals formatting. So, and one of Excel most powerful features in conditionals formatting, it follows formatting to change automatically based on data values. Okay, so for example, let's say I have the simple data sets. So with this data I want to work with, like before that, so let's make it the bold over here. And the first one is highlight cells rules. So go to the or like the home tabs and use the conditionals formatting. Okay, so before that, like select your cells or like the cells columns, and also now go to the conditionals formatting and highlight cells rules over here, or over you can you want to use, and then we gonna want to use the getter then with over here. Let's say the getter then, and let's say if I gonna use like the or 5000, and that's it. So with a green fill, let's go with like the green fill with dark like that, that's one. Okay, so instantly its a high sales stands out. Okay, so and that's it with the conditionals formatting, or and that's it, or before that. So let's or undo it this one, and let's let it from here. Let's conditionals formatting and highlight sales rules and greater than, and then change it this one like the green fields, and let's say we're gonna want to use the 5000, and here you got it the result. Now top to or top or bottom rules. Okay, so this is highlight the top stands value or bottom stands value. Okay, so and for example, let's use or we gonna want to use the profit for this top or like the top product, and we can do like over here. So like we need to do highlight the or over here or highlight in with the this one. And now let's go to the conditionals formatting top bottom rules, and we want to use the top 10 items like over here. And let's say we're gonna want to use something with the customs format, and let's make it with the bold, and that's it with only the bold, and then just hit on the OK, and that's it. Or we're gonna want to use the top 5 items to bolt it. So and that's it, we have the top or like top 5 items, and it's now bolt, and this is the profit. And also the next one is data bar. Okay, so adds or like the adds a value or adds a visuals bar inside the cells based on the number. Higher numbers have longer bar. Okay, so like if I gonna go to and select over here, and let's go to the conditional formatting, let's go to the data bar, and now you can see we have the difference data bar. Or if I say let's go with like the simple one, and this is the green data bar, it's the top profit is or fill ups like this way. And next one is the color scales. Okay, so set sale or sales from red to green or depending on a value. Okay, so for example, let's also apply this to the like profit columns. And now we can go to and use the color scales over here. So now you can see we have like the green, white, red or colors, so something like this way. So now if I select something with the this one like green, yellow or red colors, here its higher numbers have the longer bars in there. Okay, so this is the data or over here. And the next one is the color skills. Okay, or we can do, so let's, if I gonna go to, or this is the data bars over here. Or for the color scales, if I gonna select, and we have like the this one, it sets cells from the red, green depending on the value in there. And you can immediately spot which months prefer or perform like the better. And the next one is the icon sets. So use arrow or also the traffic and lights to stars. So in a project status or like status sheets, so you can use like the something like the icon sets or checks for complete, yellow or exclamations or for pending, or red cross for the overdue. Okay, or if I gonna select like that this one, and let's say condition, or let's say the icon sets, and now you can see the top or this or highlighted with the that's one, or this is the or two or like three traffic lights over there. Okay, so like, and if I gonna go to, and this is the top is like something like this one, or indicators like over here. And also if I gonna go to, and this is for the examples, and this is the top, and this is the downs in there. So conditional formatting makes data analysis much faster and more visuals. And now let's combine everything we have learned into creating a clean and professional's worksheet. Okay, so and before that, so let's takes out all or clear all the conditions by, or we can do like, if I gonna go to over here, and let's go to and clear all rules from the selectors, and that's it, we don't have like the this one. So now we want to work with like this worksheet, so we can do, so let's make it the bold, and we have already make it the bold, and let's make it little bit the or font sizes, and we can make it in the centers alignments in there. And the data, so uniform fonts or is consistent number formatting. So like here, if I gonna make it with the currency, let's say we're gonna use this one as the currency, or decrease the over here, and say if I gonna use this one again the currency, and that's it, and let's decrease the decimals. Okay, and the next one is the border and settings. So we can do select the data range, and we can use the sparingly to structure data with the all borders, and that's it. Or before that, so let's make it the another colors to show up as the data sheets, and that's it over there. And the highlights important cells. Okay, so like here, or before that, so let's make it the auto fits over here like that, that's one. And the next thing is, so let's use the top sales product with over here. So for that, let's select it, use the conditional formatting, top bottoms or top 10 items we can say. So let's say we're gonna want to use the 5 cells over here, and that's it with the red colors. Okay, so and that's it. And the another one is the crazy pants. So keep your readers visuals while scrolling like this way. So we can do select it and go to the, or we can go to the view over here and use the frizzy pants, and frizzy pants with the for top row, and that's it. Now it comes with like this way. Okay, so and that's it. And we have like with the frizzy pants. So let's recap, uh, or also what we have learned. Like we have learned with, so how to create or formatting the cells with the, like we have columns and also the rows in there, and this is, so now your table is not only functionals but also looks like a polished business reports. So great work. In these lessons, we have covered like basic cells formattings like fonts, colors, and borders, and align text and numbers, and adjusting the like row and heights and columns width, and applying number formats including like currency and also the dates and percentage, and use the conditions formatting to make data dynamics and visuals. So creating professional polished worksheets. So formatting may seem or cosmetics, but it's actually essential for communications. A well format sheets makes your work stands out and ensure your data tells a clear story. So in our next lessons, we'll move on to even more advanced Excel features. But before that, take a few minutes to practice formattings on your own datasets and try formattings a budget and attendance sheets or a sales report.